Okay. So, yes. This should actually work. Okay. It does lag a bit, as I see here. But it should work. So, okay, guys. This is it. My super laggy stream with, oh my god, I don't know how much lag actually. Yeah, that's the streaming software I was using. So, I just hope that this comes out all right. I will now, first of all, show you my, well, my patrons, whom I really am thanking for this. Audio and video okay, guys. So we have Red Tiger, Death Wieldy, the Blobfish, Prince Everfree, Draco's Dragwing, Unit 108, Xcoda, Pyrodroid, Icy Shake, Not a Gem, Heartless Tales, Rob Johnston. By the way, mate, you still got to send me a link to that next chapter of your story you wanted me to read. Heartless Tales. Oh, I already got that one. Xenophera, Simon Perak, and Xerxes. Now, Red Tiger is a new patron. He actually would have only gotten a shout out next month, but since he is in one of my upcoming videos, I said, okay, let's do it. No. Because he is one of my guest voice actors coming up. And I think it's easier when I just go to my video manager and check my comments, because I'm pretty sure you're in here. Yeah, there you are. Because as you all might know, I am encouraging people to become narrators, to put your voice out there, whatever, to just, yeah, you know, so you can entertain other people. And oh, by the way, I see I don't seem to have a chat here, do I? I do not have a chat here. That, oh, there is a chat. There is a chat. So if you want to say something to me, I have the chat box open now. So if you want to say something to me, just say it, because as you can see here, I have the chat box open. I see I have 2 viewers actually. That's pretty nice. And I'm also, no, I'm not ending that. Okay, what I wanted to say is I'm always encouraging people to read stories, to put them out there, and to basically, become entertainers. And I'm always willing to give some advice, tips on editing and stuff. I might do a video about that someday in the future. And Red Tiger has actually started a project of his own, which I think is quite admirable. So go to his channel, give him some love. I will post the link to his channel in the live chat of this hangout right now. So if you haven't checked him out yet, you should definitely do so. Yeah. So, because what is he doing? And you can see here, he started doing For the Quest Share Project Horizon, which, as I understand, he has stopped doing since he has found my reading of it. But he has started something new, which is Fallout Equestria Viva Las Pegasus, which I think is pretty amazing. Because there are so many Fallout Equestria stories out there, so many stories all in all, that I think we need more narrators to actually read all of those stories. So you can have a little listen in here. I hope that my internet connection will actually be able to, no, you don't. I see on a little bar down here that you most likely don't hear what's on my headphones. But he has a very nice narrating voice, and he will be in Fallout Questia Project Horizons. So, go over there, give him some love. There's some other things that I wanted to mention. Let's see if I can find it in my comments down here. Yeah, Nightfang. You asked me to upload Chapter 33 of Fallout Questia Project Horizons ASAP. So, buddy, I gotta tell you this. No, that chapter is already up, as you can see here. So, yeah, I'm actually going to make a little more advertisement for myself right now. That story is actually up. The thing is, it is not public. Why is it not public, you may ask? Because that is a Patreon bonus of mine. You want to, I don't know, to see the videos as soon as I'm done editing them, that is a $5 Patreon on my Patreon reward on my for my supporters. So, yeah. So I can't just put it out there, But as you might also see in my video list here, the next thing that I actually have as an update is the Lunar Cipher Chapter 6. I don't have Fallout Questia Project Horizons Chapter 33 up yet. Usually it would be up. But that's something. Some people have not complained, but made me aware of the clicking sound in my readings. I actually didn't hear it. I seriously did not. That is because of a, you could say medical condition. It's, I have tonsil stones or whatever that is called, So basically, this happens when my tonsils are, this sound is generated in the back of my throat. There's nothing I can do about it, and I have it had for so long that I basically do not, that I do not hear it anymore. I don't hear it anymore myself. So basically, what's happening is I see we have a new viewer. Hello and welcome. I don't see your name in the chat here right now because I don't have a list here, sadly. And I sadly cannot show the list. But yeah, as I was saying, this is kind of a medical condition, this clicking. And I had it for so long that my subconsciousness was already just, blending it out. So I didn't hear it. But after some of you made me aware of it in the comments, I don't find those comments right now, I think. No, I don't think so. But after I was made aware of it, I went to that specific part of the video that you guys said that there was this clicking sound. And I was like, okay, there definitely is a spike. But I could not see it in the waveform thingy. I will show you what I mean in a second. Because you see here that here's one chapter that I already have to edit, that I have to edit to. It is Fallout Equestria Duty Chapter 5. It's that one is actually not yet completely cleaned, at least not in my new way of speaking, of doing things. Oh yeah, and I see we have a fourth viewer. Hello there. Yeah, sadly, I'd seriously like a list of who is here, because, by the way, if you want to ask me something, I have the chat box open. Don't hesitate to ask. I will answer your questions. So, as I was saying, maybe I can show it in here for a second. In Duty, this clicking sound, I just couldn't, I myself didn't hear it anymore. But now that I've identified it, I can hear it. So in the waveform, which looks like this, I do not see this clicking sound. It's sometimes this little bit here, but that's very rare. So what I have here is spectral view. And this clicking sound actually, okay, let's see here. I'm not quite sure if you can hear what is coming out of my speakers. I don't think so, actually. But yeah. Oh, yeah, there now. Now you should hear me better, because I have actually set this thing to my Blue Yeti mic and not the built-in mic. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this clicking sound that I mentioned earlier, this little spike here, that's one of those sounds. And to eradicate them from a reading is a shit load of work. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone with my speech, but that is just that. It is a lot of work. I have to listen to everything several times and then find these little spikes, because sometimes it's not so obvious, like this one here, because that's one too. And like mark it, make it silent, play the part again to see if that clicking sound is gone, and hope that I got freaking rid of it. That is not always the case, by the way. Most of the time, it will. Yeah, I will check if I can see your chat list here in this other streaming menu, but it doesn't seem this way. Well, let's close this one. So basically, it is a lot of work, because I have to go through each part of a chapter several times. Oh, and now I see I have 0 viewers. So no one is actually watching this anymore. Well, I actually did not expect much else, to be quite brutally honest with you. So, yeah, now I have suddenly 3 viewers again, which is totally cool with me. Hello and welcome. If you want to ask me anything, reminding you again, I have the chat box open. So just explaining that these little spikes here are the clicking sounds that have annoyed so many people. So I'm sorry. It took me like, I don't know, since I think 4 days. Yeah, 4 days to clean Fallout Quest Project Horizons chapter 33, which is this file here. I finished today to clean it of all these freaking clicking spikes. So, yeah. Show me my screen. Yeah, you can see my screen now. See what games I have installed. Where is it? And I don't remember what I actually wanted to show you right now. Oh, damn. I really need to get some sleep after this. No, not StarCraft. I am a little confused right now. Ah, yes. I wanted to open my Skype. So, no, I'm not showing you my Skype. Actually, I am pulling it over here. You don't need to see this. Sorry. There is a Hangout link thingy. No, it's here. There it is. So, 6 viewers already. Hello and welcome. So, let's get this here. Yeah, I am such a cheapskate to post the link to my live stream in a Skype chat. Ah, so now I can actually, you know what, guys? Now I see your chat. I have the chat open in this Hangout thingy. I'll show you here. I have it open, but I don't see any of your messages. Now I have opened the live stream link, and now I see your stuff here. So this is kind of awkward. But now I can see your chat. So if any of you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask. I will answer them. And hello to Voltage, Spelunker of Lost Knowledge, Rex Red Fox, Baldomero, Stream Voltage, yeah, Baldomero, and Ace Flame. So, you, Spelunker of Lost Knowledge, you're asking for a good video editor. That is the thing. I do most of my videos actually with Windows Live Movie Maker because it's just, I just put pictures in there and audio. So basically, yeah. If you want something a little more professional, then I can suggest using, I can suggest using Movie Studio 13, which is from Sony, as you can see. I've got the Steam version. It's like, I don't know, $20. So $50-$60 I paid for this. It's quite neat software. I still have to get everything working like I want it, but yeah, that's what these tutorials are for, and I haven't been able to get through them yet. Oh, zombie trilogy. Something on Steam, which does this, but in live stream, so I will not. So, this is a raw version of Fallout Equestria Project Horizons Chapter 33. It is not really raw. I have cleared it of most of those clicking spikes. Oh, and I see Rex Red Fox has already given you an answer as well. Yes, Sony Vegas is another. I never really used. I have. This a version, no sound effects, no nothing in it. So I just see, you see here, this little thing there. I really see it. The audio, silence that. So, the voice is lagging a bit. Okay, then I'll close some of my background software. I don't need that. Enter rapid storage technology, SCM, Steel Series. Okay. Hope is. Nah, for everyone who is in my live chat right now, my internet is actually pretty crappy. I have an upload speed of about 100 kilobytes per second, and I've already set the quality of the stream a little down in my streaming settings. So sorry about that. I hope to get a better connection in the near future. So there's also a little stream delay. I think it's like 60 seconds. So yeah. Let's see. As I was saying, this year is without sound effects. I know for a fact that here in this first part is nothing which will need an effect. Rex Red Fox, this is not really a bandwidth issue in my case. It's I think you mean that there are too many devices in my Wi-Fi connection. No, it's actually like this. We should have so my internet connection should be a 100K connection, but I actually only have 6K and the download speed of average 300 kilobytes per second and an upload speed of, if everything goes well, 100 kilobytes per second. That has been derped a little more by my internet service provider recently for I don't know what reason. So since the contract is running on my father, he has tried to get into contact with them, and I hope that they will get back to him on that. So what you see now is me skipping through the audio to see where I find parts where I have to put in some effects. We're not talking about gunshot effects or music or anything. This is just effects for it is simply that I'm looking for reverb effects that I have to set, or now here this little thing is rampage dialogue, but not normal rampage dialogue, but rampage while some other soul inside of her is in control. So I'm going to modulation, chorus, and you see that I have a custom effect here, actually named Rampage. I'll apply that, and then it sounds differently, like you will later hear it in my reading. Now, since I used that effect I can just press F2, have that same effect again. As I just said, I know where roughly in this whole text the effects have to go. So I just skip through it until I find a part that has to be edited. So there we have one again. Modulation flanger, but not goddess, but we'll use ghoul. The custom effect ghoul. How you get action and grim dark sound effects. I've been trying to find that one on the App Store on my phone. Grim dark sound effects. I think you mean like several voices playing, or the voice being lowered in pitch. Is that what you mean? Because you won't find that in the App Store on your phone. I use, as you can see on my screen, I use Adobe Audition 3, and there are several effects. Like if I go to effects, I can use flanger, I can use chorus effects, I can do quite a lot of stuff. And yeah, like Spelunker of the Lost Knowledge just said, you can look online. I usually get my sound effects like underwater, or gun sound effects, or creepy sounds like my which was me doing this creepy stuff live right now. I usually get that stuff on freesound.org. So I don't know why it did not. It didn't. I didn't apply that sound effect right now. Silly me. Flanger. So yeah. I'm very sorry, by the way, for the stream delay, but I think that's the only way that I can actually stream, because of my freaking bad internet connection. The area I live in is just that bad in that regard. Okay, there I hear some of that. Ah, yeah, there you can see it. These are these spikes. I missed some. As I said, I spent 4 days cleaning the audio of those damn spikes. And I'm still not sure that I got all of them. I just hope that I got all of them. By the way, I do see your chat. And if you think, oh my God, that looks so small as a waveform, I mean, and you're correct, but you will see why later. Because this is just one of many editing steps that I am taking. And this is, by the way, the one that takes the least time. I'll finish this first step of editing in this live stream at least. We'll see about sound effects and everything else. I mean, external sound effects like gunshots, because it's already midnight. So let's see. I know that there is a Lacuna scene here where I need to put Lacuna's some sound effects on Lacuna's voice. So as it comes. Okay. That is, first of all, Blackjack, and there I put a reverb effect of a lecture hall in it. And here too. Because it's in someone's mind. And there we have the goddess. And the goddess gets her custom flanger effect, which you already saw earlier. And because it's, telepathy. 1 second, I will answer your question in a second, Gimmical Gibbling. By the way, welcome to my live stream. There is that. Okay, I hope I am not butchering your name right now. Gimmical Gibbling. How do you choose the voice for a character? That is actually the saying. You see, this voice, this is my female lead voice. I use that voice for Blackjack, Little Pip, Twilight Sparkle. It depends which character is a female lead in a story. For P21, I was like, he's a stoic buck, and I just lowered my voice a little bit and tried to, to sound angry a little bit all the time, because he has a lot of anger in him. And yeah, Spelunker of Lost Knowledge has a good point there, but yeah, it depends on everyone. So Yeah, that's how I choose it. Or Rampage. My Rampage voice, this little raspy singy. I actually I imagined her like this from the first time of her appearance in the story when I wasn't even narrating it first. I actually have read the story up to chapter 74 so far, and oh boy, are you in for something. I haven't recorded it so far, but I've read it for my own entertainment. Okay, that were a few silly voices, and now you'll get rampaged. Yeah. As I said, there is a stream delay. I'll check that out, by the way. Oh, so yeah, there is quite some delay. Don't worry, your questions in the chat will be answered. I just need a little time. I just checked my yeah. Just give the stream a little time and my damn internet connection. Okay. I'm just trying to remember if there's another part here that will need a sound effect. Nope. Okay. That's the next part. As I said, this is actually the part that doesn't take this much time. I spent several days cleaning it of those damn clicking spikes. Oh yeah, I remember that line. I actually had to step back from my mic not to clip. And yeah, Rex Red Fox read up to 76. I know that there's some stuff coming up that I'm not going to like, but there's also some things in this chapter that I didn't like. One second. So yeah, this little stream delay is a little troubling. I think if I ever do this again, if I ever do a live stream again, then I will. One second. The select Q&A dialogue. Basically, I think I'll get a mobile internet. I do have a mobile internet stick, and get a 1 month thingy. Yeah, Gamma calls that those damn clicking sounds are a thing that I personally I didn't hear it until they were pointed out to me. So so I tracked them down, and yeah, people have been complaining about them, and I want to bring best possible. Okay, Baldemara Valera, I bid you goodbye. Sleep well. Have a good night. So, as you can see, I am regularly checking um, the chat, even though it does take a while for you to hear me actually, which quite frankly sucks. It might have been better with the open screen broadcaster. But that thing is still the streaming on YouTube, the live streaming now thing is still in beta, and live streaming this way is apparently not in beta. I mean, it works, and that is basically everything that counts, right? But I seriously am considering that to get. Okay, now a memory orb. Ah, yes. I know where the effects must be set. And since this is a memory orb sequence, once this thing is finished, and I mean, once this memory orb sequence is finished, I will put it completely in reverb because it is a memory orb sequence. Yeah, and hi Pony Studio. Yeah, Spelunker of Last Knowledge. Those clicking sounds, like I said, there are people that are disturbed by them, and so I did my best to get rid of them. So let's see, where is the effect I want? There it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little silent when I'm listening to this, so I can see where it ends. Because otherwise I will make mistakes. And quite honestly, I don't want to make mistakes. I put too much work into this to make mistakes. Okay. Yeah, and Blue Blood. Seriously, I do not understand why everyone hates Blue Blood. I mean, okay, I do understand it, but I don't understand why nobody is actually trying to give him some positive personality. I mean, if you read the Equestria Daily version of Through the Eyes of Another Pony, he's depicted very, very generously there. And this memory op sequence should be over soon. I don't even... Okay. Okay, there we have it. Male Walla. By the way, I do hope my stream is a little informative. That was a P. Okay, and now we'll use not the male Walla because this is Octavia. We'll use the female Walla. This effect, by the way, is what you see here. It is bending the pitch. It's a pretty neat trick to make my voice sound a little different. Oh, here we have a lot of the Rings reference where some pony shouts, "You will not pass!" I know in Lord of the Rings it is, "You shall not pass," but, well, whatever, right? So, as I said, I am trying to I am thinking about getting one of those mobile internet sticks because I know they do actually have a nice upload rate. This is the absolute joke. My father and I, we share the costs for that. Pay for a 100K connection and get the equivalent of a like 2K connection, and just found it out recently, and now the connection has been slowed even more. Which, quite frankly, sucks quite hard. Okay. So you see this memory orb sequence is over now, so I mark all of it. Back here, a little back there, and use a reverb effect. By the way, if you're wondering, yes, this is actually a DES Mume thingy. It's a Nintendo DS emulator. I like to play Pokemon. Okay, guys, we're at 58 minutes, 17 seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah, stream voltage. The thing is, I do use a laptop via Wi-Fi, but even when I go to the router directly and connect myself via cable, the connection is still shit. And it doesn't have anything to do with my father, like, clamping down on the connection. The thing is, even when my father is online, he usually just surfs a bit or checks his email stuff. He doesn't really do anything online, in difference to me, which I do a lot of stuff. So I'll be right back. 1 second. I have to go to a quiet place. I think you know what I mean. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, sorry for the slight interruption there, folks, but that was really urgent. As I said, I know roughly where those effects have to be set, and I don't think... it's later here, yes. You know, there is a good thing about you not hearing this all, because it won't spoil you for chapter 33. And by the way, Gamacol Gibbling, yeah. Oh, thanks for welcoming me back. So there isn't that much of a delay, it seems. Yeah, reading Fallout Equestria Project Horizons is a lot of work. I don't know even how many words it has by now, and I seriously don't want to know. So, yeah. Come on. So, Somber always explains stuff so much. So there I've got to set an effect again. It's good if you want to do stuff like this. Because if you want to do stuff like that, it's pretty good if you remember roughly which lines are spoken, because that makes it easier for you to set facts. So there we have that effect again. By the way, if you're wondering, this is an effect that makes it sound like, say, like she's listening through a door. I have to put up my own volume a little bit, because I haven't used a compressor on this yet. And especially after I use those effects, you see that the audio is getting a lot. Yeah, I see someone is fine with spoilers. Three Dark King. Yeah, spoilers. You can get some spoilers in my teaser video, Blackjack Game Over. Okay. There we have P21 speaking, but this here is Lacunai. And Lacunai speaks via telepathy, so I use a megaphone effect, because it wouldn't make much sense to muffle her voice, because, like I said, she's speaking through telepathy. So there we have P21 again. So we'll muffle his voice. You see, it is a lot quieter when I apply this effect. But that will be fixed later. And there we have Lacunai again. They are, by the way, because someone said they're fine with spoilers, they are right now arguing if they should do something Blackjack is not comfortable with, to save Blackjack's life. Blackjack does not want that, and Lacunai is right now arguing with P21 and the others to respect her wishes. Which, by the way, as some of you might know, I am actually a nurse, and so I have worked as a nurse for several years. So I have worked with patients to actually wanted to die. And I can tell you that it is a hard thing when you come into a room every morning and the first and only thing they tell you is, say, let me die. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just see that. Three Dog. Three Dogs, that's the radio guy from Fallout 3. By the way, I'm stopping this for a second here. Where is it there? You might see here this Fallout 3 shortcut down here because I got it like I mean the main game I finished sometime last year, I think, when I narrated the original Fallout Equestria. But it's been like half a year since I got all the DLCs, and I still haven't finished the game with all the DLCs. So I'm currently on that. I'm on Mothership Zeta, and I can't get to those damn gravity generator thingies, and it's really pissing me off. That's Glory again. No, not Glory. That's Scotch. That's Scotch. Scotch tape. Then there's Lacuna again, arguing her case. So, a little question for everyone in the chat. What do you think? Is this future shown in my Blackjack Game Over video actually worth it? Would that be a future worth striving for? And now I made a mistake. Oh my god! I applied a muffling effect when I wanted to do a megaphone effect. It was a horror! Bye-bye, stream voltage. And there's P21 again, the angry bug from Stable 99. Oh, and Lacuna drops the bomb. Yeah! Oh, yeah. The angry bug from Stable 99. A mini nude, it solves anything, everything. Oh my, Spelunker of lost knowledge. Okay, no, that's not the effect I want. I want a reverb megaphone effect. And that's the effect I had just now, which is... Oh yeah, Lacuna is one seriously witty alicorn. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me, but I think Lacuna is a really well-written character, and I know that there is prejudice against Alicorn OCs. but she is a seriously well-written Alicorn OC. One of only a few that I've actually come across. Like I think her name was Brilliant Star from Fallout Equestria Starlight. She was also an Alicorn OC, and she was well written, had a very good story, I think. The story, of course, had some problems, which I point out in my comment time after each chapter, but it was a really good thing. One of my favorites, actually. And I know that there are some critics of Pink Eyes as well. But I personally, my favorites so far, I've read a few Fallout Equestria stories. My favorites so far are Project Horizons, Pink Eyes, Starlight, the original, and of course I have to give a shameless plug, my own Fallout Equestria adaptation, which is Fallout Equestria Duty. Fallout Equestria Duty. Oh my god. By the way, Fallout Equestria Duty will be the next Fallout Equestria story after Fallout Equestria Project Horizons. And that is something that some of you might not be too happy about, but once Fallout Equestria Project Horizons Chapter 33 is out, I will take a short break of maybe a week or two, because there are some that's a dream sequence without any effects as far as I remember, so I'll put the reverb effect in directly. Because the thing is, there are some real life things that I have been not dismissing, but there are some things that I need to do, and while I'm reading, editing and stuff, I can't do them. So for a week or two, maybe even 3, it all depends on how fast I can get my stuff done, I will have to take a short break. This does not mean that I will stop doing things entirely. It will just mean that for 2 or 3 weeks, or one to 3 weeks, it really depends on how fast I can get stuff done, there won't be any updates. But after that, I will be coming back strong. As you are used from me. I will not go back to the daily update schedule, though, not with stories like Fallout Equestria Project Horizons. Okay. Now I gotta... yes. This is so... This will be quite interesting. Actually, Rex Red Fox, I am... well, you know... I was... I am recording that simultaneously with Fallout Equestria Project Horizons and the Lunar Cipher. Um, if you want to listen to it, chapter 1 to 4 are already up. It's one of my Patreon perks. But you know what? Where is you know what? I'll just open a new window. My video manager. You see here, it's already up to chapter 4. I have some uploaded. And just as a little thank you for all of you that you came into this stream, I will give you the prologue of For the Question Duty. So how do you like them? How do you like them apples? There you got it. Hope you like it. Okay. By the way, this is only the prologue. And you'll either have to become a patron or have to wait until Project Horizons is over. So, muffling voice. This is so ridiculous. The whole mushroom treatment, you know, feed her lots of shit and keep her in the dark. Oh, yeah. Why are you throwing a tomato at me, Master Heart? Why is it tomato? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. A crazed ramblings fanboy, I guess. Let me check. I'll see this. I can check my comments. So, yes. Now I remember you. I think it was under this video. Yeah, there you are. So, here you say that you have been very patient with me, but quite frankly, I don't know what being patient with me and, throwing a tomato at me has in common. But well, that's your thing. Throw as many digital tomatoes as you want, because quite frankly, I don't care. Yeah, I'm here to have a little fun and to be able to interact with you semi-live. So, yeah. Uh-huh. So, let's continue. Because, guys, I have been sleeping like 12 hours for this entire week. You want to throw a digital tomato? Do so. If you have a question, then ask away. Master, this mindfuckery thing that you're referring to, it was simply a teaser. Then I never give out the whole scene. And no, I'm not mad at you. I'm actually a little amused right now. And a lot of loopiness going on up there. The temptations I have coming up. You know, it's with previews, it's like this for me. Usually don't plan on doing them, but when I'm editing and I have a scene that's just perfect, then I do it. I just take that scene, make a preview out of it. Like in the last preview, that was by the way, I can here, this entire part, this like 20 minutes part, I took 7 minutes out of there and made the preview. Okay, there won't be any more effects in this part. Okay. For everyone who has missed the beginning of this stream, I have hopefully set this so that it will be available in video form on my channel afterwards. Ah, yes, needing no effects, just needing the reverb effect for the whole memory orb thing. This is, by the way, a memory orb by Big Macintosh. And something gets mentioned. The Zebra Sutra. Paint a picture for yourself. Even though I don't know how good I can pull off Big Macintosh. Oh, yeah. No sound effects needed here. Okay. By the way, I still hope that you like this live stream. This part, by the way, is where Master, I do know that I am a hard substitute for Christ Rambling. But Christ Rambling does not continue the story, apparently. So, yeah. You know, originally, when I started this channel up, my goal was to complete stories that were dropped by other people. Which is why I did stuff like Upheaval Breaking Point, which was already done by Forest Rain at that point. But, oh, hello, Ashfire Everfree. Didn't see you in the chat before. So I finished Upheaval Reckoning then. And I did Breaking Point before because I wanted to have it, complete. And by the way, please don't argue that much. Because quite frankly, I do know that some readers don't like it when people do stories that they have already done, or that some people then think, oh my god, he's only doing that story because someone else has done that before. No. The thing is, I think it should be the thing is that I think the audience should decide which one they like more, and that's it. Because if you go back to one of my older videos, I asked my audience why, even though it was requested, Upheaval Reckoning wasn't getting any views. And the person who requested it from me actually said that he preferred to listen or to wait for it to listen to it on Forest Rain's channel. And at first, of course, that comment was depressing, but in the end, accepted it because it was their personal opinion. And as a content creator, I do have to accept the opinion of my audience. I take the opinions of my audience very seriously. I take the concerns of my audience seriously. I try to engage, but it's not always possible to. You must always imagine that for people like Christ Rambling or Obab Scribbler or Wooten or Astro Brony, their main language is English. My main language is German. So, yeah. Another thing is that, let's pause this for a second. I'll show you something, because I do recognize that there is room for improvement in my work. And that is why I have recently purchased something in the Google Play Store. No, not the tribute. I did watch that movie. Okay, I did. But to the Google Play Store, my books. Look, there's a book I purchased, which is Voice Acting for Dummies. I purchased that book with a good reason, because I know that there is still room for improvement in my work. Cool Wolf Crusader. Yeah, that's a good question. You want to know what the clock sound between the segments is. I put that sound in there because I want to show that in the chapter itself. I can show you that in, where is it? In the PDF file. Here you see, like, okay, here, for example, it's, no, this little piece here, that line, or when I go further up, you have this text here, and then this line showing that time has passed, or another scene is beginning. So for a while, when I was doing Silver Cross back then, and I will continue that story, I just so much to do right now that I can't. I do know where the story should be going, but I don't have the time to write it down. So I wanted to know how I could best signify that a scene change has occurred, because Silver Cross was one of the first things where I used sound effects. So I listened to my old like, I have some, if you know Alf, cassette tapes, and thanks kudos for, but I know that there's room for improvement, and I'm willing to work on that. So I listened to my old Alf tapes and John Sinclair stuff, and I was like, okay, they're using melodies for scene changes. So I tried a melody first, but then people told me that that melody was too long and sometimes annoying. So I thought, okay, use an old clock, a ticking sound, and that's how I came around to using the ticking sound. And there is Lacuna again, my favorite alicorn. Oh, Ashens, that Ashfire, that is actually a good question. Silver Cross got to, yeah, let's see. I think chapter 8. I'm not sure. I can roughly tell you what should be happening soon, but that is, it's like this. In the last chapter that I wrote, she gets a key from Sweet Potato Pie, and basically she'll use that key to unlock a safe deposit box in the original, I think, Manhattan, that was buried under the current Manhattan. And yeah, thank you. I enjoyed Starlight too. It was one of the better Fallout stories that I read. So where do we have it? Where is it? Where is my silver? There is my Silver Cross audition thing, which, by the way, barely anyone auditioned for. There are some stories that I need to continue writing, actually, and my brain is not empty of ideas, but yeah, time. Okay, let's just look it up. Silver Cross auditions. Silver Cross, there is. Yeah. Chapter 8. It is up to chapter 8. The last thing was Silver Cross and the Murder of Dancing Cross. And yeah, in that safe deposit box, she will find, yeah, the Cadence Cross, the cross that originally belonged to Dancing Cross. So that means that she will have, let me think, she has the Shadow Cross so far, and the yeah, the Luna Cross. She has the Luna Cross and the Celestia Cross, and with that she will have the Cadence Cross, and then she's only missing the Cadence, the Twilight Cross. So it's going down to the finale. What did I think of Project Horizons? To be honest, at first I wasn't even interested in the original Fallout Equestria, but then I gave it a try and listened to Scorch. I don't know some numbers behind his name, and I kind of liked it. So Project Horizons, I was skeptic. Like I was skeptic with fan fictions in general before I listened to Upheaval Breaking Point by Forest Rain. And yeah. So I liked it. I prefer Fallout Equestria Project Horizons over the original because Fallout Equestria Project Horizons delivers a lot more backstory and has a lot of side stories in it, and the characters are, in my opinion, more diverse. For example, Lacunae, we have an alicorn that belongs to Unity but has a free will. I mean, how cool is that? Well, Cool Wolf Crusader, if you listen to my story, Imagination Chapter 8, which was dedicated to my dead cousin, you will find that there's a voice actor in there by the name of Seal. Seal has since then never worked with me again, but that isn't because we have a fight or something. No, it's just because I hadn't had any roles for her. Seal uses a headset microphone, and I was able to clean that damn audio. Yeah. Once you listen to it, you will barely hear that she's using a headset. So yes, Spelunker, you can always audition. The email address in which you can send me your lines or some voice reels is steelhoofs85@gmail.com. Yeah, that might be Ashfire. The world in Fallout Equestria Project Horizons is just so much better developed. Yeah. Yeah. So I did like the original Fallout Equestria, but Project Horizons just has more. It's just cooler. I like it more. Because it doesn't. First of all, it like play stuff down. Like with, I think it was in chapter 2, where Blackjack finds those crusaders and she notices that they had been raped. I don't remember something like that in the original foe. And with the original foe, Little Pip never had really many adversaries. I mean, she had Red Eye and raiders, bandits, and not to forget Arbu. But it doesn't change the fact that in a fight, I am convinced that in a fight, I am convinced Blackjack would stomp Little Pip. Especially now in the last chapters. But I mean, her magic bullet spell alone, I think, would take Little Pip by surprise so much. Okay, now I have to check the chat. I don't know. Yeah, Master, you can give auditioning a try. It's no problem. Just you can, for example, check my Fall Equestria Project Horizons audition video and get a few lines from there. I mean, I have people for those roles already, but it will give me a good idea of how I'd have to edit your audio and stuff. Just gives me a good idea. The Steel Rangers. What about the Steel Rangers? I actually think the Steel Rangers like Paladin, Sugar Apple Bombs, Stronghoof are actually pretty cool. Or Crumpets. Or Fruit Salad. Little Pip may be smarter than Blackjack, but Blackjack has an actual combat skills. You know, Blackjack has actually been trained in combat. Okay, now we have here another line for our Psycho Rampage. Okay. Yeah, and as I said, Three Dog King, Little Pip is smarter than her, but I still think that that Blackjack could take her. And about Velvet Remedy, to be honest, I kind of liked her character, especially that part when they get back to Stable 2 and little Pip's mother is there and complaining on how much she went through when the Steel Rangers tried to take the stable. And Velvet Remedy moves up to her, smacks her in the face, and just says, "You have gone through nothing." I just liked that. Yeah, okay. The Steel Rangers. Okay, she fought the Steel Rangers, but in the end, the Steel Rangers kind of became her allies because they were also fighting the Enclave. I mean, not in a direct way, but they were also fighting the Enclave. And don't forget the Applejacks Rangers. Ooh, I liked that. It was awesome. Yeah, and Red Eye was kind of, I don't know, a little too too full of himself. Oh yeah. Oh, my most favorite stories that I've read so far. Oh, that's a hard one. It really is, because I've read so many. My most favorite story. I would be an asshole if I said that it was one written by myself, so I'd have to go with Project Sunflower, the original. That was really one of my most favorites. If I had to pick one, I think that one would be it, but it shares place one with the Celestia Code. 1 second, my cell phone's going off. Okay, for some reason my cell phone just turned off and is turning on again. Whatever. So as you can see here, the chapter is over. This here would actually be the credits section, but I can totally delete that because when I recorded this, I didn't know that Red Tiger would be in it. So I have to. Why won't you? Yeah, a different key. So I have to record this so that he will be in it, you know. So let's read your comments there. I think Little Pip was to fight Blackjack and knew ahead of time Little Pip would set up a plan to attack him. The thing is, Master, if you take Blackjack from the later chapters, she would stomp Little Pip in an instant. Especially, as I said, since Blackjack has a has gone through combat training, she knows that, yeah, well, give her a baton and she will just smash Little Pip's horn. Cool Wolf Crusaders, the reason why... Yeah, the thing with the Fluttershy orb. Yeah. That was another thing. Another thing that was, I think, dislikable. What the fuck? Sorry. My cell phone is acting up. I got the old one. My dad got one, and he gave me his better old one, Samsung Galaxy Young, and I'm not quite used to it yet. So, well, another thing that I think is dislikable about Velvet Remedy is that she was teasing Little Pip all the time. You know, that she knew she had a crush on her and was like using that in that one chapter, for example, where she's trying to get back on Calamity by teasing Little Pip. Oh yeah, that was not nice. And then Red Eye, in my opinion, was Little Pip's intellectual equal, if not superior. Yeah, that, I don't know. I mean, okay, he was smart. But yeah. See ya, Rex Red Fox. Have a great day, night, evening, or whatever it is in your time zone right now. So, yeah, kudos for the thing is the story that I would have chosen if I had, had to choose from one of my own videos. Oh, no, I'll just put that over there and have a thing here. Would have been a story that I took out of the public eye. And yes, my cell phone just whistled at me. It's a standard notification thingy. And the story that I would have chosen would have either been this one or this one. This one I took out of the public eye for reasons I'm not going to state right now. And this one failed moderation, and yeah, because it wasn't pony enough. I never finished this one, and the reason for that is, oh my fucking god. I had it written up to chapter 12 in rough draft, and I wanted to go through it again to finalize the chapters. And whoa, I can tell you, I had everything with my projects, related with my projects, on a USB drive. And I plug in that USB drive, and my Explorer says, yeah, that device is connected. And I click on it, and I can't open it. The volume was freaking damaged. So I lost 10 chapters of that story. And since then, it's just like sitting there. And yeah. By the way, I made this image here myself with Paint, GIMP, and Crazy Talk Animator. Nothing special, but it's okay. Except the background. I stole the background out of DeviantArt. So yeah, now you see here why no one has to worry that the thing will be super quiet. I will select all the audio in Audacity, select compressor, and now it'll take a while, but the audio volume will be raised a bit, and that stuff is almost at the same volume. It works. I've done that since chapter 26, I think. And I think it makes the audio sound a little better. Yeah, it's never fun to lose files. I can tell you, I lost a lot of my reading files even. The good thing was that literally 2 days before that USB drive died, I copied all of my finished readings, readings of stories that were finished, like Twilight Sparkle Night Shift or Fallout Equestria or stuff like that. I copied that onto an external hard drive, not a USB stick, but a hard drive. Those files are safe, but stuff like Asylum or other ongoing stories were lost. And of course, 10 chapters of the story Galactica, which where are you? There. Galactica is one of those stories. It's a self-insert story. It's like so yeah, cool Wolf Crusader. You wanted to bring something up? Do so. I'm all ears. Or eyes in this case, because As you can see, I can see your chat here. Could you boost the volume a little more on these chapters, like how it was in Starlight? Thing is, if I boost it more, it's on 5 now. Then you'll have this, not distortion, but it will sound bad because there will be white noise. And getting rid of that is a real pain. I mean, I usually filter white noise right from the start, but doing those much louder wouldn't work. It's I usually had them on, you see here 0.5, it's on that level now. I usually had them on 0.3, but I noticed that this is kind of loud. And I wanted to, because I listen to my readings myself for quality control, I wanted to optimize it for headphones. And I am in a fanfiction readers chat, and I once asked someone there, and they said, hey, why don't you just use compression with these and these settings? And I tried that, and it works. Even if I pull my, I don't know if you can hear that now. If I pull my headphones out. Fallout Equestria Project Horizons, Chapter 33. Black. Yeah, advisory warning. This chapter contains a brutal scene which may be disturbing or upsetting. Even if I turn the volume down to about a fifth, to about, no, that's, wrong, to about 50%, I can still hear it okay. So I'm very sorry if you have to crank up your volume, but as I said, if I put that even a little more, a little louder, then you would hear like white noise and stuff that I don't know how to get rid of. I mean, I could try to make it 0.1, but that, seriously, sorry, but that sounds awful. Because some audio, especially when I'm screaming into the microphone, that clips and wow. So we have this audio now. What I'm going to do now is, before I turn this off, I will go here. This is my folder of sound effects. And there is the ticking clock sound effect. So I'll add a new audio channel, stereo audio channel. Oh no, you know what? I don't even need that. Not for this. Load this in here. That's the ticking of the clock. And just wherever there is a pause, I will insert this. Like I said, to signify a scene change. So okay, what do so many readings and chapters lost? The thing is, Kulos, yeah, and Cool Wolf Crusader, you can ask me anytime, anything. I'm a pretty open person. Just explaining why I won't do it, so you understand, because I try to satisfy everyone, but sometimes it's just not possible. And yeah, you type your thing directly into film fiction, but I tried that, but at the time when I was beginning to write fan fiction, when I started to write fan fiction, I will show you something very embarrassing. In comparison, just a comparison, this was the fan fiction that I've published in written form. It was Children of the Night. You will find a reading of that on my channel as well. It's one of my earlier ones. No, this one is actually edited. So no, this one is written in a word processor. Let's take this, Joy and Torture. You see the editing, the formatting is horrible. It's just one wall of text. You might find a lot of spelling errors in there. And then in comparison, this is Galactica, which if any of you want to check it out, I will put a link in here in the chat. Just in case you want to check it out. I might get back to that story one day, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it a pony story. Or maybe I'll keep it a pony story, but I really have to get back into it. I have, as I said, lost 10 chapters of that, and it's horrible. Losing that much work. So, in comparison to that, I wrote Galactica completely in a word processor, so there are no spelling mistakes. There may be some grammar mistakes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Children of the Night is one of my personal favorites as well. But as I said, it is... When I wrote that story, I hadn't written anything in like 10 years. So it's one of my earlier works, and I typed that directly into the word processor as a word thing on film fiction, just as an example, because my formatting back in the day was horrible, as was my spelling, because for years the only stuff I had ever written in English was in a chat box in an MMORPG. So I think I'm better with spelling now, much better. But I still use a word processor just to check if I get things wrong. So, yeah. Back to this. Just letting you know, after I have finished all of these effects, I will most likely go AFK for a moment again. Then we'll have about 10 minutes for a few questions. Should you have some, best type them now so I can answer them then, because it's already past 1 a.m. here, and I seriously need to get some sleep, guys. So I'll just put the ticking effects in here, and we'll tomorrow then add external sound effects, like you can see in this folder, like I said, with gunshots, magic, and what's not, and add some music, and then this chapter will be finished. Okay, there is the last ticking effect. And yes, I want to export it. Yeah, well, if Children of the Night was one of the stories that got you writing, then I'm happy, because it has faced some criticism in the past. Its sequel has faced a lot of criticism, and I actually took it down. I mean, not like I deleted it, because even though I personally despise this story, this one. But yeah. Which chapter of Galactica? Cool Wolf, do you mean Galactica? Because if you mean Galactica, I don't know if I will ever release it. Because, yeah, as I said, it's failed moderation. It's a story that I lost 10 chapters of. And if I ever get back to it, then it will most likely not end up on my main channel. It will most likely end up on one of my side channels, which is, you might see that I have quite a lot of. And that side channel would be amateur audiobooks. Oh, I actually have a notification here. Dragons for the win. Okay. Okay, so as I said, if you have any questions, ask them now in the chat while this thing here is exporting. I'll go have a smoke. And when I come back, I'll answer all the questions that you will type in the chat box now. And afterwards, I will get some shut-eye. See you soon. Okay, I'm back, and I see that aren't that many questions. So, yeah, now I get it. Cool Wolf Crusader, you wanted to know when this chapter of Fort Equestria Project Horizons will be out. Well, for this week, we have, so basically the next release will be chapter 32, which I teased earlier with the choir video, where I sang that little song. And so next week, let's check. On the 29th, you can expect chapter 33. Yeah, a new crisis. I took that out of the public eye. You shouldn't even be able to. I mean, the audiobook version is still public, but the story itself should have a password as far as I remember. I think I set one. The voting. Yeah. Thing is, the voting for what comes after Project Horizons has actually been done yet. The voting, what was coming after after Fort Equestria Starlight, there was Project Horizons was a close winner. And second place was the Lunar Cipher. So I'm doing the Lunar Cipher simultaneously now, as you know, as for my Midweek Madness videos. As you can see here. I don't know if this doesn't display the thumbnail. I have uploaded the thumbnail. No, Cool Wolf Crusader, you get it on Saturday. You get chapter 32 on Saturday. Okay, basically because it's already 1:21 a.m. You get it tomorrow. Yeah, on the 22nd. So the stories that will be up for the next vote, I haven't decided on yet. But since Fort Equestria Duty is something I wanted to do as well, Fort Equestria Duty will be the next Fort Equestria story after Project Horizons. So basically, the next vote. Oh, yeah, I seriously have to think about that because the next votes that would come up would be what would come after the Lunar Cipher. What would you want to hear after the Lunar Cipher? Please note that for that, I only put in there finished stories or stories that I can expect to be finished when I catch up. So stuff like, okay, now I have to film fiction again. Favorites. Where is it? This one. So stories like this one, Upheaval Journeys, which is I am like, I think 6 hours ahead of you, Cool Wolf Crusader. Yes. So Upheaval Journeys will not be on the next vote because it's not finished, and I cannot expect it to be finished when I am finished with the Lunar Cipher. I have a lot on my favorites list, so there might be stuff like, I don't know, finished stuff. Like this one, for example, Crimson Knight, has been requested once, or Fort Equestria Starlight, I did this already. Yeah, I gotta catch up with this one, for example. This might be yeah, Ashfire, it's the 6 hours is I have a close friend in America, and with her, when I speak to her, it's 6 hours. She's actually Seal, who did a voice for me in not for Equestria, in Imagination Chapter 8. Yeah, like I said, finished stories. Golden Armor has already been done by someone else, and he's done a good job, so I wouldn't want to butcher that. So basically, yeah, I have a lot on the list. Like this is one I was seriously considering doing. This might be on my next vote. Phoenix Wright Turnabout Storm. Nice crossover. But I also have stories on my read later list, which are sometimes not safe for work. Just simply because sometimes I see something and even if it's not safe for work, the premise alone is just so funny. I think like, oh my god. So yeah, this year might come up, but only after duty is finished for the Equestria Merchants of Hope. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff here on my read later lists and everything. I might even put the assorted one-parter stuff on my next vote again. Oh, Golden Armor. I am pretty sure that someone did it already. Let me check. Yeah, typing with my left hand. There, the Polish Warlord. Another narrator you should check out. He's good. He has also started doing for the Equestria Rangers of Wintertrot, which is also a nice story. Even though I don't know how far he is with that. Like Armor, he has everything on it. Okay. I'll put the link in the chat. That's the playlist for the Golden Armor. I personally have not read that story yet. Oh yes, my shoulder is still bothering me. It has gotten a lot better. I can move it almost like before, but thing is, I don't have the full range of motion yet. Like when I want to scratch my back, if I want to move my left hand to my back, then it hurts. Or when I try to, some of you might know that I'm nursing my grandfather, and when I try to pull him up in bed or move him around in bed, because he's bedridden, that hurts. That seriously hurts me. And yeah. By the way, I will make myself a bookmark here because I want to listen to that. Let's see. Okay. So as you can see, I have a lot of stories on my read later list alone. Some of those were transmitted by or submitted by you guys, actually. Like this one for the Equestria Broken Steel. I don't know who sent it in, but when you guys request stories like stuff you want me to read, and I usually put it on my read later list, unless it's something I really which Don't really mean what you mean with ammonia, but I think Golden Armor has a second part, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Like I said, it's not a story I follow. I mean, I have it in my read later lists, but it's one of those things that were requested ages ago. Sometimes I see stuff in here. Oh my god, that was requested when I started out. Well, as I said, Broken Steel, I don't know who requested it. And back in the day when it was requested, I was like, oh my god, 14,000 words, 10,000 words, 12,000 words. And later on, I was like, 10,000 words? That's nothing. I mean, for the Equestria Project, Horizons has an average of like 24,000. Ah, yeah. The pneumonia my grandfather had. He got past that, but he is I mean, he's 93 and yeah. He's not doing so well right now. He has an infect in his lungs once more, and that's basically all I'm going to say about that. He's not doing so well right now. So please understand that I will not talk about that. So, as I said, stuff like everything you see marked as completed here has a chance to end up on my next vote. Stuff that even one-parter will be the assorted one-parter option in my votes then. Yes, you requested a Wizard's Tale. It should be somewhere on my read later list. Somewhere. I mean, if you see this here, I have 200 stories on there by now. So, pretty sure it's on there. Sadly, there are a lot of stories that never got finished, you could say. Stuff like there is one story on my read later list. This one, by the way, here, For Equestria Ouroboros. That's another thing that I want to read one day. Just don't have the time. One of the stories I want to do is actually this one, and where is it? Come on. I saw it earlier when I was scrolling down here. Because there's one story that is on this list here that I saw back then, and I was like totally mind blown because it was one of the because of the concept. It was one of the first crossovers that I ever came across. Or is it in my favorites? I'm not sure. Let's check my favorites. Yeah, there it is. It's the Unicorn at Hogwarts. I seriously wanted to do this story, but I'm only accepting finished stories now. And this story hasn't been updated since July 2014. And it's a real shame because the story is seriously good. I mean, imagine Twilight at Hogwarts. I'm a great Harry Potter fan, and I like My Little Pony, and this crossover is just genius. It's wonderful. Sadly, never got finished and doesn't seem like it's going to be. And this one, all of you might remember the vinyl scratch tapes done by Midnight Magic Productions. I seriously loved their work. Really. But sadly, they stopped after the Vinyl Scratch Tapes Season 2, Part 1. And I loved it. I loved it really, really, really much. But do we have here? This last year, the first thing in that series. By the way, go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat. It's really wonderfully done. I mean, imagine Vinyl Scratch interviewing Princess Celestia and other ponies with Octavia being the voice of reason there. It's just wonderful. I would like to see this finished, actually, but I'm not sure. I might go out of my way and make a casting call. And, makes this into an audio play like the guys at Midnight Magic Productions did, because I just so loved this. Yeah, I so loved this. And the thing is, there have to be a lot of female voices. And the thing is, the last time I called for female voices, I ended up deciding to take a male voice actor because the only female audition I got didn't fit the bill. Yeah, so we'll see about that. I don't think they're going to finish it. Sadly, this is one reason why I was considering of doing it, because this is seriously hilarious. I mean, this is really, I like it. I love it. So those are things I wanted to do, like I said here, Unicorn at Hogwarts. That's one thing, or the vinyl scratch tapes. Of course, there are some things I have done. These are stories, for example, I took out of the public eye. A New Crisis, A Nightly Guardian, through. These are 4 stories I took out of the public eye. For good reasons. But for some of them, it was a shame. For others, it was good that I did it. For this one, for example. But yeah. So, everyone. This concludes my monthly update / question and answer / live editing live stream. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it, because I seriously did. Was cool interacting with you guys semi-live because of, well, the lag on my screen is really bad. But yeah, I'm going to finish this now. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm wishing all of you a wonderful morning, day, evening, or night, wherever you might be. Signing off, Visual Pony.